are jet streams. On a global scale, the jet streams greatly affect our climate. Jet streams are bands of strong winds that circulate throughout the levels of our atmosphere and move faster than the surrounding air. Jet streams are located near the tropopause and move between the troposphere and the stratosphere, typically located anywhere from 5 to 7 miles above the surface of our Earth. Jet streams serve as the boundaries between hot air and cold air. The boundaries have significant differences in temperatures, and because of this, they create a meandering path across the planet. They can be discontinuous and flow from west to east. There are 4 total jet streams that affect us on Earth. Each hemisphere, the southern and the northern, have 2 jet streams apiece. The 2 jet streams for each hemisphere are the polar jet stream and the tropical jet stream. The location of these jet streams shift throughout the year, however, and they are said to follow the sun, since they move north with warm weather and south with cold weather. The meeting of the 2 aforementioned air masses ultimately causes jet streams. The pressure created by these hot and cold air masses causes the winds to increase. For example, the colder air mass has colder temperature and higher density, and is looking to flow towards the lower density, warmer air mass. The greater the temperature difference between the air masses, the stronger the jet stream. Jet streams propel weather systems across the world. From fronts to as small as thermals, the jet streams affect all of this. Based off the jet streams, we can get a good idea of the seasons. During the winter, the jet stream is its strongest as there is a contrast between the temperature of the poles and the equator. During the winter, the poles start to get colder, whereas the equator stays roughly the same temperature, forcing the polar jet stream further south. When the polar jet stream is situated far south of Virginia, for example, we will experience colder weather than usual. In the summer, the temperature difference is less extreme between the air masses, and the jet stream is even weaker. If the polar jet stream is situated further north of Virginia, we will feel greater effects of the tropical jet stream and experience warmer than average temperatures. When meteorologists in the United States refer to the jet stream, they are referring to the polar jet stream. The polar jet stream is the one that affects us the most here in our area of the northern hemisphere. I'm going to focus on states on the opposite side of the country and give you an idea on how the jet streams have been affecting them recently. Let's use Alaska as our first example. Because of its location, the state of Alaska has been greatly affected by the polar jet stream. Last year in June, Alaska recorded an all-time high of 94 degrees Fahrenheit, but just 3 weeks earlier, the same spot was recorded at 15 degrees Fahrenheit, the coldest recorded so late in the year. The heat wave is due to the northward bulge that has sent the polar jet stream further northward than usual, giving the tropical jet stream a chance to bring in warm air and affect Alaska like never before. Florida, on the other hand, deals with more of the tropical jet stream. Because of Florida's location, the polar jet stream often stays too far north to affect Florida's weather in a big way. Florida has had extreme weather when the jet stream dives far south and brings heavy thunderstorms and even tornadoes with it. I hope you found this video informational. Thanks for watching.